So guys, this is what I'm talking about. I've got a lizard problem. This is actually a gecko. And he's having a fight with this frog up here. The whole time I'm trying to build models out here. And yeah, they will run right across all my stuff and knock everything on the floor. And how do you get rid of these guys? I don't know. I don't even know who would win in a fight between a frog and a gecko, but they're up there making all kinds of noise. They were up there in that crack. I couldn't figure. I thought it was something on the roof. So they both came out all wrapped around each other. I don't know. It's a big gecko as they go around here. So I think if it had been a smaller one, this frog probably would have just swallowed him. But he's too big, and so we've got to fight. Looks like frog is giving up. Something I will say, these geckos here, they can bite pretty hard. They can bite quite a bit harder than the lizards. Uh-oh, where did that frog go? The thing about them frogs is they're completely not afraid of people. And what'll happen is you'll just be minding your own business. Next thing you know, you'll have a frog on your forehead. I don't know where he went. Pretty sure that's what's about to happen to me. Out here at 6 o'clock in the morning. Not quite awake enough to react. And they're gone. But I can still hear them. Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes on this. How do you guys get rid of frogs and lizards? Not exactly a possum. I guess we'll be waiting for him to show up again. Head to share.
Alrighty, and welcome to the shed. As you can hear, listen. It's raining. Such a pleasant sound out here. A light rain is a pleasant sound anyway. But anyway, I am way behind on these videos. Everybody is doing their videos according to specific requests from different community members asking for their 2 cents on certain subjects. Now this video is going to be 2 subjects: how I got started in the hobby and where I got my channel name, Toppervision. So let's start off with how I got started. We've talked about this before. I mean, I talked about it in comment sections, but I guess I never came on camera and talked about it. CT and I had figured out that my first kit was the Fairlane 500. This was a long time ago, and I had found it on eBay, and I recognized finally it had occurred to me when I see the box cover that was the kit, and it was a 1/32 scale Ford Fairlane, 57 Ford Fairlane. And the story is just like everybody else's story. We were in an extended stay in Miami, and parents, my dad, my mom was sick, a lot of hospital stays and stuff like that. My dad was trying to keep my brother and I occupied because we're staying at my grandparents' house, my mom's parents. And we were young, of course. This was about 1972, something like that. And so we were very young to be building models. And of course we had to have all kinds of help, and all we wanted to do was play with them anyway. And that's the story there. My dad just brought us home some model kits just to keep us busy, along with quite a few other things. And I can very clearly remember back then, still, when we got the whole model together, I remember it was yellow, or blue. That one was blue, another one was yellow. And what really bothered me was that the car was yellow, the interior was yellow, the undercarriage was yellow, the engine was yellow, everything was yellow. Even that young, and I'm telling you, I was real young. You know, 73, I would have been 4 years old. But yeah, I remember even that young, it was bothering me that everything had to be painted, everything had to be the correct color. I was already crawling up under the family car, you know, always wanted to see how everything worked already. So I knew all that stuff under there was supposed to be steel color and black and silver and all that. And so yeah, that was the first kit. That was the story in Miami. Dad brought home kits to keep us busy. With me, it stuck. I kept on wanting to build kits, and always did. And my brother didn't pursue it. It wasn't his type of thing. And so I guess that's it for that. And we'll move on to, and I'm sorry, I've damaged my vocal cords, and I'm really never going to talk normal again. But, so it's going to be hard for me to even get all the way through this. But, okay, so channel name. Now this might get a little, let's see if I can even remember this myself. Toppervision. Alright, so that started in the Flight Simulator forums. And, so, okay. The beginning of that was, okay, so yeah, the Flight Simulator forums, I was big time into that. I was, my screen name in the forums there was Topper Harley, and still is actually. I just don't go in there anymore. And if you're wondering, that sounds familiar, Topper Harley. If you remember a movie called Hot Shots, was a parody on Top Gun, and Topper Harley was Charlie Sheen's character, was the main character, and I just thought that would be a funny name to give yourself in a Flight Simulator forum. So I was Topper Harley in that forum. Now, something that I used to do a lot in that forum was I would make video captures of the flying that I was doing, and put them all together in a video. Me and another guy, well, a lot of people were kind of doing that, but me and another guy were really deep into it, and so we were doing it. Boy, this is going to get wordy. Anyway, I'm remembering all the things involved in the name. But me and this other guy were doing these captures, and it was really hard to do back then because computers weren't as strong as they are now, and YouTube wasn't what it was. YouTube back in 2006, 2007, maybe even into 2008. Here were the rules on YouTube back then. This is crazy. So no matter who you were, your video couldn't be longer than 10 minutes. And it was going to be 320 by 240, no matter what. That was going to be the size of your video, even if you uploaded in 4K. Actually, that would have choked it back then. But whatever you uploaded, YouTube was going to convert it to 320 by 240. And 10 minutes maximum, and it was going to be all blurry. No matter how clear you uploaded it, it was going to be all blurry by the time they got done with it. And so YouTube was a mess back then. And also, you had a limit of 100 megabytes. So if you had a 10-minute video, you had to figure out how to get it under 100 megabytes, which was practically impossible. So YouTube was a challenge back then. Capturing off of a flight simulator on a computer was a challenge back then because I had a very strong computer for the day, but it had trouble running the simulator and capturing. And HD, now the lower HD, was just coming out. And by the way, I know this is getting wordy, but you asked. Actually, this is, I believe, Steve Minion's fault. So I can't make this shorter. This is where the name came from. Anyway, so HD had just come out, the smaller HD, the lower end HD, which was 1280 by 720. And then eventually the higher end HD came out, 1920 by 1080, 1080p versus 720p, both HD. And we were struggling just to get the lower end HD, 720p. You know, our editors would do it, but we couldn't get the captures that big. So we kind of came up with our own sizes. I remember mine was kind of 512p, and I don't even think it was letterbox. It was more of a square, more of a 4:3 ratio. If anybody has any idea what I'm talking about. And so it was like 512 times something, and I think I came out with a letterbox size in there somewhere. But since we were all having a challenge with it, and we were all coming up with our own names for the formats that we were inventing, that format name was Toppervision. So I was filming my flight simulator videos in Toppervision, kind of like Panavision or television. And that is where that name came from. And my good friend Claude in France, he was also having the same issue, and he came up with his own size, and he was calling his captures, his last name was Leglaude, and so he was calling his captures Leglaudivision. So that's where it came from. And then back then we only had one YouTube channel, or I only had one YouTube channel. If you can remember, some of you old guys, way back then, I would post model building videos, videos with our pets, videos with the flight simulator, videos, everything was all together. I didn't have separate channels for every separate thing. And so my channel, my original channel name wasn't anything had to do with it. I got locked out of the first channel. Oh, no. I hastily deleted my first channel because I was getting copyright. That's when the copyright things first started happening, and we were getting copyright infringements on. I had all my videos were silenced because I was just using like Led Zeppelin or Styx or what have you as music backgrounds and so on. So in frustration, I deleted my first channel, and I think that was my cat's name. That was Buddy. And so that channel's completely gone. And then I came up with Toppervision Int, which stood for Toppervision Entertainment, and that was going to be all the all my model building, everything, just everything hopefully entertaining, and all my flight simulator videos were all going to go on there as well. So that was Toppervision Int. That was the main heyday for Toppervision. And then I got locked out of that channel, and I'm still locked out of that channel. The channel's still there, Toppervision Int. Toppervision, no space, ENT. There's some model building stuff there, a lot of flight simulator, a lot of silenced flight simulator videos because I was still using mainstream music, and so on. But anyway, I'm locked out of that channel. And so then I ended up having to create this channel, and that's just my name now, it's Toppervision. And so, and why Toppervision 1? Believe it or not, somebody already had a channel named Toppervision, and wasn't really using it, but it was taken. So I just I'm like, okay, here we go with the numbers. And so I tried Toppervision 1, ready to start Toppervision 2, Toppervision 3, but nobody had Toppervision 1, and so here I am. So it came from the flight simulators, came from the movie Hot Shots, and the pilot Topper Harley. Topper Harley was making videos and called his frame size Toppervision. You asked. Anyway, that's the end of that. So that's takes care of those. I know I still have to apparently film my stash. I'm not completely sure if I'm going to do that. I've done that a couple of times before, and what happens there is people, and I'm not talking about you guys, because you're putting this up here for the whole world, and the whole world will. I've got some really nice ones there, as a lot of you know, and when you put that all up there, it subconsciously opens the for sale window or the trading window, or just give me that window, and so maybe I'll do it. I apparently deleted it last time because I can't find it. So maybe I'll do it again, and maybe I'll leave the comment section live for a couple of weeks, but then I'll probably disable the comment section, and just to keep people from bothering me, because at this age, I'm 48, I've got my whole shed here, this is my man cave, this is where I live, and I got all those models because I like them. That is my retirement stash, and you know, not to say that some of them might not go, but anyway, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I hope it was what you all expected. Sorry if it was long. I couldn't see any other way to do it. Anyway, take care, everybody. Y'all have a good one.
Now look at him. He's staring me down. You know, you can tell when somebody's staring at you. This guy's staring at me. At least the gecko went away. I'm gonna have to catch you. Oh, you did not just... Yeah, go away. Go back up into that slot up there. And take a nap or something.